exactly 7:40.
Yeah. So I've got 2 little bits of incense there, Sona. So when we do the chanting, we can make an offering if we want to. Okay.
I'm going to the shrine.
Maybe you could let me know when those people.
What's that saying in the middle?
The host has spotlighted you, so that's fine. That says unmute myself, so maybe click unmute myself. No, not there. No, in the middle of the screen. Not there, the next one, that one there, yeah. Okay, so we've now got 21 people. Welcome everybody. We'll just wait a couple more minutes to see if anyone else is going to come. And welcome back to our shrine room. We tried to do atmospheric lighting tonight. And when Sona sits down, it won't be so shadowy. But yeah, it's really, really lovely actually to welcome you to our shrine space. Okay, so let's salute the shrine. So you can join in and salute your own shrine or salute our shrine. And we'll do it in unison.
Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dharamaya, Namo Sanghaya, Namo Namah. Om. Om. To make sure that people can hear it on the mantras. If it was just playing it, no one heard it.
When I was interrupted, it would be. People. Okay, so I think we'll begin. So to this evening, you know how on retreats you often have a final puja on the last night. So we're doing a final evening of practice, which will include a puja. It's going to be a threefold puja, but we've got quite a long reading, and then we're going to do the refuges and precepts. So we're going to do this at the beginning. So we'll sit for a little bit. Say more about that in a moment. Then we'll have the reading, which is going to be the Salatha Sutta that Khemini is going to read. Then we'll start the threefold puja, and after the first verse, we'll do the refuges and precepts in call and response. Then we'll go to the end of the puja, and then we're going to have a mantra. We're going to play a mantra of the women at Taraloka chanting the Tara mantra. It's very, very beautiful, and we think we've got all the tech working. And if it goes wrong, Lizzie, just unmute yourself and let us know that it's not working. It should be fine. And during the mantra, if you want to make an offering at home, by all means do so. We're going to be doing it here. If you haven't got a shrine or anything, you could just join in our offerings if you want to walk to our shrine. That would be really lovely. And then we'll have a little leg stretch and then just sitting to end the evening. But yes, as I said, very often we have a kind of ritual closure on the last nights of retreat. A chance just to contextualize everything that we've done within some devotional practice, really bringing the three jewels firmly into the center of our hearts, our minds, our lives. So I don't think I'm going to say anything more about that. We'll say more about ending the retreat tomorrow morning when we all come together. perhaps just to say that, of course, the retreat hasn't ended yet. Be as fully present as we can, bringing all of our learning of our practice from the week into this evening's practice together, and having a sense of all of us joining in from our homes in different countries, different places, that we've all got this shared endeavour, our shared going for refuge to the three jewels. So Sona's going to ring the bell for me, so that will also be another coordination. We've got quite a few coordination instances this evening.
Would you like to ring it and put a table next to you?
Well, I'm quite happy for you to ring it. That would be nice. Yeah. So you don't really need to remember anything that I said in terms of the structure of the evening. Just follow along. But the first thing we're going to do is just sit for a little bit and arrive, make the transition, come into the body, the breathing. I don't think I'll lead it this evening. I think we'll just do that in our own way. And then Sona will ring a bell after a few minutes. And then Khemini will unmute herself. And she's going to read the whole Salatha Sutta. So we hear the word of the Buddha teaching about this great teaching of the two arrows. And it's fairly long, so we can just relax into that. Whenever I hear the Pali Canon, I always like to imagine that I'm in India 2,500 years ago, sitting at the feet of the Buddha, having the direct teaching. So we could perhaps imagine that. We'll absorb that, and then we'll go into the threefold puja. And as I said, the mantra is going to be after the end of the puja. Okay.
I'll do a little table then for the books.
So Khemini, all you need to know is that in a few minutes, Sona's going to ring a bell, and then you can go ahead and read the sutta.
Monks, an uninstructed, run-of-the-mill person, feels feelings of pleasure, feelings of pain, feelings of neither pleasure nor pain. A well-instructed disciple of the noble ones also feels feelings of pleasure, feelings of pain, feelings of neither pleasure nor pain. So what difference, what distinction, what distinguishing factor is there between the well-instructed disciple of the noble ones and the uninstructed run-of-the-mill person? For us, Lord, the teachings have the Blessed One as their root, their guide, and their arbitrator. It would be good if the Blessed One himself could explicate the meaning of this statement. Having heard it from the Blessed One, the monks will remember it. In that case, monks, listen and pay close attention. I will speak. As you say, Lord, the monks responded. The Blessed One said, when touched with a feeling of pain, the uninstructed run-of-the-mill person sorrows, grieves, and laments, beats his breast, becomes distraught. So he feels two pains, physical and mental. Just as if they were to shoot a man with an arrow, and right afterward were to shoot him with another one, so that he would feel the pains of two arrows. In the same way, when touched with a feeling of pain, the uninstructed run-of-the-mill person sorrows, grieves, and laments, beats his breast, becomes distraught, so he feels two pains, physical and mental. As he is touched by that painful feeling, he is resistant. Any resistance obsession with regard to that painful feeling obsesses him. Touched by that painful feeling, he delights in sensual pleasure. Why is that? Because the uninstructed run-of-the-mill person does not discern any escape from painful feeling aside from sensual pleasure. As he is delighting in sensual pleasure, any passion obsession with regard to that feeling of pleasure obsesses him. He does not discern, as it actually is present, the origination, passing away, allure, drawback, or escape from that feeling. As he does not discern the origination, passing away, allure, drawback, or escape from that feeling, then any ignorance obsession with regard to that feeling of neither pleasure nor pain obsesses him. Sensing a feeling of pleasure, he senses it as though joined with it. Sensing a feeling of pain, he senses it as though joined with it. Sensing a feeling of neither pleasure nor pain, he senses it as though joined with it. This is called an uninstructed run-of-the-mill person, joined with birth, aging, and death, with sorrows, lamentations, pains, distresses, and despairs. He is joined, I tell you, with suffering and stress. Now, the well-instructed disciple of the noble ones, when touched with a feeling of pain, does not sorrow, grieve, or lament, does not beat his breast or become distraught. So he feels one pain, physical, but not mental, just as if they were to shoot a man with an arrow, and right afterward did not shoot him with another one, so that he would feel the pain of only one arrow. In the same way, when touched with a feeling of pain, the well-instructed disciple of the noble ones does not sorrow, grieve, or lament, does not beat his breast or become distraught. He feels one pain, physical, but not mental. As he is touched by that painful feeling, he's not resistant. No resistance obsession with regard to that painful feeling obsesses him. Touched by that painful feeling, he does not delight in sensual pleasure. Why is that? Because the well-instructed disciple of the noble one discerns an escape from painful feeling aside from sensual pleasure. As he is not delighting in sensual pleasure, no passion obsession with regard to that feeling of pleasure obsesses him. He discerns, as it actually is present, the origination, passing away, allure, drawback, and escape from that feeling. As he discerns the origination, passing away, allure, drawback, and escape from that feeling, no ignorance obsession with regard to that feeling of neither pleasure nor pain obsesses him. Sensing a feeling of pleasure, he senses it disjoined from it. Sensing a feeling of pain, he senses it disjoined from it. Sensing a feeling of neither pleasure nor pain, he senses it disjoined from it. This is called a well-instructed disciple of the noble ones, disjoined from birth, aging, and death, from sorrows, lamentations, pains, distresses, and despairs. He is disjoined, I tell you, from suffering and stress. This is the difference. This is the distinction. This is the distinguishing factor between the well-instructed disciple of the noble ones and the uninstructed run-of-the-mill person. The discerning person, learned, doesn't sense a mental feeling of pleasure or pain. This is the difference in skillfulness between the sage and the person run-of-the-mill. For a learned person who has fathomed the Dharma, clearly seeing this world and the next, desirable things don't charm the mind. Undesirable ones bring no resistance. His acceptance and rejection are scattered, gone to their end, do not exist. Knowing the dustless, sorrowless state, he discerns rightly, has gone beyond becoming to the further shore.
The threefold puja. Opening reverence. We reverence the Buddha,
We reverence the Buddha,
the perfectly enlightened one,
the perfectly enlightened one,
the shower of the way.
the shower of the way.
We reverence the Dharma,
We reverence the Dharma,
the teaching of the Buddha,
the teaching of the Buddha,
which leads from darkness to light.
which leads from darkness to light.
We reverence the Sangha,
We reverence the Sangha,
the fellowship of the Buddha's disciples,
the fellowship of the Buddha's disciples,
that inspires and guides.
that inspires and guides.
Namo tassa
Namo tassa
bhagavato arahato
bhagavato arahato
samma sambuddhassa.
samma sambuddhassa.
Namo tassa
Namo tassa
bhagavato arahato
bhagavato arahato
samma sambuddhassa.
samma sambuddhassa.
Namo tassa
Namo tassa
bhagavato arahato
bhagavato arahato
samma sambuddhassa.
samma sambuddhassa.
Buddhang saranang gacchami,
Buddhang saranang gacchami.
dhammang saranang gacchami,
Dhammang saranang gacchami.
sanghang saranang gacchami,
Samhang saranang gacchami.
dutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami,
Dutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami.
dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami,
Dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami.
dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami,
Dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami,
Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami.
Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami.
Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami.
Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
Anatipata.
Anatipata.
Veramani.
Veramani.
Sikhapadang.
Sikhapadang.
Samadhyami.
Samadhyami.
Adinadana.
Adinadana.
Veramani.
Veramani.
Sikhapadang.
Sikhapadang.
Samadhyami.
Samadhyami.
Kamesu.
Kamesu.
Mechachara.
Mechachara.
Veramani.
Veramani.
Sikhapadang.
Sikhapadang.
Samadhyami.
Samadhyami.
Musavada.
Musavada.
Veramani.
Veramani.
Sikhapadang.
Sikhapadang.
Samadhyami.
Samadhyami.
Suramerya.
Suramerya.
Maja.
Maja.
Amadatana.
Amadatana.
Veramani.
Veramani.
Sikhapadang.
Sikhapadang.
Samadhyami.
Samadhyami.
Sadhu.
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 With deeds of loving kindness,
With deeds of loving kindness,
I purify my body.
I purify my body.
With open-handed generosity,
With open-handed generosity,
I purify my body.
I purify my body.
With stillness, simplicity, and contentment,
With stillness, simplicity, and contentment,
I purify my body.
I purify my body.
With truthful communication,
With truthful communication,
I purify my speech.
I purify my speech.
With mindfulness clear and radiant,
With mindfulness clear and radiant,
I purify my mind.
I purify my mind.
Reverence to the three jewels. We reverence the Buddha
We reverence the Buddha
and aspire to follow him.
and aspire to follow him.
The Buddha was born
The Buddha was born
as we are born.
as we are born.
What the Buddha overcame,
What the Buddha overcame,
we too can overcome.
we too can overcome.
What the Buddha attained,
What the Buddha attained,
we too can attain.
we too can attain.
We reverence the Dharma
We reverence the Dharma
and aspire to follow it
and aspire to follow it
with body, speech, and mind
with body, speech, and mind
until the end.
until the end.
The truth in all its aspects,
The truth in all its aspects,
the path in all its stages.
the path in all its stages.
We aspire to study,
We aspire to study,
practice,
practice,
realize.
realize.
We reverence the Sangha
We reverence the Sangha
and aspire to follow it.
and aspire to follow it.
The fellowship of those
The fellowship of those
who tread the way.
who tread the way.
As one by one,
As one by one,
we make our own commitment,
we make our own commitment,
an ever-widening circle.
an ever-widening circle.
The Sangha grows.
The Sangha grows.
Offerings to the Buddha. Reverencing the Buddha.
Reverencing the Buddha.
We offer flowers.
We offer flowers.
Flowers that today
Flowers that today
are fresh and sweetly blooming.
are fresh and sweetly blooming.
Flowers that tomorrow
Flowers that tomorrow
are faded and fallen.
are faded and fallen.
Our bodies too, like flowers,
Our bodies too, like flowers,
will pass away.
will pass away.
Reverencing the Buddha.
Reverencing the Buddha.
We offer candles.
We offer candles.
To him who is the light.
To him who is the light.
We offer light.
We offer light.
From his greater lamp.
From his greater lamp.
A lesser lamp we light within us.
A lesser lamp we light within us.
The lamp of Bodhi.
The lamp of Bodhi.
Shining within our hearts.
Shining within our hearts.
Reverencing the Buddha.
Reverencing the Buddha.
We offer incense.
We offer incense.
Incense whose fragrance
Incense whose fragrance
pervades the air.
pervades the air.
The fragrance of the perfect life.
The fragrance of the perfect life.
Sweeter than incense.
Sweeter than incense.
Spreads in all directions.
Spreads in all directions.
Throughout the world.
Throughout the world.
So we're going to have the mantra now, and if you all stay muted and just chant at home, chant along, and it's about 5 minutes long. It's very beautiful. Sona and I will make offerings here, and you can join us at home if you'd like to in making an offering.
Om Tare Tu Re Swaha. 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 Om Tare Tu Re Swaha.
Sitting on if you want to, or else if you want to have a little leg stretch. And then in 5 minutes, we'll do just an open period of practice to take us through to upper state. Settling back down again for an open period of the practice of your own choice, or you might want to do a just sitting, letting go of any effort, simply absorbing everything we've experienced this week and absorbing the puja this evening. It's up to you what you do, and Sona will lead a bow at 8:30, and we can all quietly leave in our own time, and I hope you all sleep well. concluding when you're ready. And hope you have a good evening or a good day if you're on the other side of the world. And see you tomorrow.